Good morning and welcome to another edition of Little by Little, a short time in God's Word. This morning we are back in Revelation chapter 2, verse 8 through 11, the church of Smyrna. To the angel of the church in Smyrna write, the words of the first and the last who died and came to life. I know your tribulation and your poverty, but you are rich, and the slander of those who say that they are Jews and are not, but are a synagogue of Satan. Do not fear what you're about to suffer. Behold, the devil is about to throw some of you into prison, that you may be tested, and for 10 days you will have tribulation. Be faithful unto death, and I will give you the crown of life. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. The one who conquers will not be hurt by the second death. So we talked last time about the church in Smyrna being identified, Jesus identifying himself as the first and the last who died and came to life, and just reiterating who he is, that no matter what happens in their lives, he can be counted on because he's the one who's the first and the last. He died but has come to life. And he says, I know your tribulation and your poverty. And Jesus knows what's happening in your life, all of it. He's not unaware. And here the church in Smyrna is told he knows about their tribulation. He knows about their poverty. And the word for poverty here is not simply that they're poor, but they are destitute completely. In a city that was wealthy, they were suffering. Why? Well, they wouldn't give in. They wouldn't say Caesar is Lord. They wouldn't go along with what everyone else is doing. So they probably lost jobs or were unemployed in many ways. They were on the fringes of society. But notice, I know is your poverty, but you are rich. 2 Corinthians 6:10 says, as sorrowful, yet always rejoicing, as poor, yet making many rich, as having nothing, yet possessing everything. We place such a value on our worth, our net worth somehow. We think that if that goes up, we're worth more as a person. And if there's one lesson among the many to be learned during this COVID-19 time, it may be this. Our lives are not in the abundance of our stuff. It's not in how fat our paycheck is. It's in the relationships we have. And through this time, as perhaps you are slowing down, being more purposeful through tribulation. And we need to remember Jesus' words in John 16:33. In this world, you will have tribulation, but take heart. I have overcome the world. Don't see trials or tribulations in your life as being a failure or as the end. Look to Jesus during this time for strength and hope. Financially, not where you want to be, where you thought you'd be. Are you rich in love? Are you rich in relationships? Are you rich spiritually, growing and maturing in your faith? These are the things that matter most. Jesus knows, and he loves you. Till next time on Little by Little.